Good morning, Miss. Our topic is injury prevention in naval training. This presentation will address the crucial topic of sport injuries in the context of naval training. We will analyze their impact, performance, health, and training continuity, laying the groundwork for future preventive strategies. This is a study objective, safeguarding or misjudgment. General objective is analyze the incidents and factors associated with sport injuries in naval training misjudgments. Now, demographic characteristics describe the social demographic characteristics of the studied misjudgment population. So frequency and types of injuries is identify the frequency, type, and anatomical location of the most common injuries. And finally, part is training hours and injuries. Analyze the relationships between weekly training hours and the occurrence of injuries. And finally, part or our population profile demographic variables. 200 cases of naval misjudgments were analyzed, providing solid basis for understanding the composition of our study population. Now, average age young misjudgment in the most intense phase of their training. So, gender distribution, consideration of difference in prevalence and type of injuries between genders. Frequency table analysis. Frequency table analysis is a detailed breakdown reveals the demographic structure.
Incidents and injury patterns in naval midshipmen. The study reveals a significant proportion of midshipmen who experience injuries during their training, highlighting the need for intervention. And for example, injured versus non-injured midshipmen, a comparative analysis to understand the magnitude of the problem. Second, most common injury types, identification of predominant conditions, and affect anatomical areas, mapping of the body areas most vulnerable during naval training. Understanding these patterns is the first step to designing effective preventive strategies of protecting to the health of the future naval leaders. Next, training load of injury risk. The numbers of hours dedicated to training directly impacts the likelihood of suffering injuries, and this analysis explores that critical relationship. For example, average training hours, quantification of the physical load measurements are subject to. Second, graphic comparison and visualization of the relationship between training hours, and injuries. For example, key interpretation. A higher training load associated with increases risk of injuries. It is crucial to balance intensity to optimize performance without compromising health. Next, inferential statistics, connecting data, the conclusion. We apply rigorous statistical tests to validate or hypothesize and extract practical meanings from the collected data. Chi-square test, and in this is there Is there a significant relationship between a history or prior injury and the occurrence of a current injury? Studying tests, comparison of average training hours between injuries and non-injury measurements, and results and significance, determination of key findings and their direct implications for injury prevention and management.
Key findings, the injury landscape, or analysis reveal crucial data about the prevalence and risk factors of injuries during naval training. High incidence, a significant percentage of cadets experience injury during their training. Type and area. Sprains and lower limb discomfort are the most prevalent injuries. Training load. There is a clear relationship between increased training hours and the risk of sustaining injuries. Statistical significance. The associations found are statistical significance, confirming the validity of the results. Conclusion. Lesson learned and path forward. The health of our cadets is paramount. Sports injuries are frequent reality in the naval cadet population, impacting their well-being and their training trajectory. It is essential to address this challenge with proactive strategies. The most common injuries are sprains and lower extremity discomfort, indicating case areas for prevention. A higher training load correlates directly with an increase in injury incidents. Injury preventions must be integrated as an essential and continuous component of naval training. Recommendations, strategy, the resilience of our cadets. To mitigate the risks and injuries and optimize performance, we propose the following key actions: preventive programs, warm strategy, load management, and continuous research. Preventive programs implement regular prevention and muscle strategy programs. Warm-up and strategy establish mandatory protocols for adequate warm-up and post exercise stretches. Load management. Progressively manage the intensity and volume of training to prevent overload. Continuous research. Conduct studies with larger samples and long-term follow of the refined strategies. Thank you.